What's up, guys? It's the Cheapster here, back with another video, and you might first off notice that the studio is looking a little bit different, and that all ties into everything I'm about to talk about in this video, where I've been, what's kind of been going on with me, why 2023 my channel has kind of been a little bit of not completely being stuck to uploading videos and kind of missing some time between stuff because there's been a lot going on. So let's just jump right into it. I'm not going to drum it up because it's in the title. I'm sure you already know what I'm saying in this video, but what I've been doing this whole time, you might have noticed my last video was that I cut my hair and shaved, and I left a mustache, which should have been a little bit of a clue as to maybe what I was doing. And that is because I joined the Air National Guard. I joined the military. If you don't know, the National Guard is actually a branch of the military. That's some stuff that I've learned through this process. I'm going to talk about that a little bit and what kind of all this is, but I want to talk about why I joined, what this whole process has been like, and what this means for the channel. Because man, it has been a whirlwind of a process trying to do this. So first off, let me tell you guys that I actually started this process 1 year ago, almost to the day today that I'm recording this video. I started looking into it maybe in May of 2022, joining the National Guard, because one night me and my wife were having a conversation and we were just talking about what the different branches of the military were, and I ended up looking up more stuff about it and finding out that the National Guard is kind of like, you know, a part-time way that you can be in the military, which was really interesting to me. But I started this process trying to get more information and trying to possibly get involved in it back in June of 2022, and that had some issues that kind of came along with that. For one thing, I accidentally met with the Army National Guard when I was trying to join the Air National Guard, so that kind of set me back a little bit. And then I got COVID right after meeting, so then that set me back to be able to actually get hooked up with the right people. So there was a bunch of clunkiness at the beginning, and then if you know anything about the military or the government, things can be a little slow trying to get through things. So it took from June until January for me to actually get everything through, get a bunch of stuff done, a bunch of just little things you got to work through joining the military. And then in January I actually officially enlisted, took the oath. I think it's called an oath. I did the thing, you raise your hand, you say the thing. But yeah, that has kind of been where I've been for the past like year trying to deal with this. Has been so much process trying to get through it, trying to figure out. Some of it was like, I'm gonna be in it, then I'm not gonna be in it, then I am gonna be in it, then I might not be allowed to be in it because of certain like health things that were coming up and stuff. So it was a whole process, but I am officially in it since January. So it's actually been like 6 months that I've actually been enlisted now, which is crazy because I've been trying to like get a video out and talk about it. So sorry, that one's on me. I should have come a little bit sooner to do this. But let's talk about why I actually joined, because if anyone knows me saying that I was going to join the military was like the most unexpected thing. You would never expect someone like me to want to look into joining the military, because I'm, you know, I love living free. I love freedom. I love working for myself. Everything has always been, my jobs are usually always, it's just me, no boss to tell me what to do. So to join the military, have somebody to tell you everything, like everything you've got to do, and to have to be on a early morning too for when I have to get up. I mean, I have to get up at like 5 o'clock. That's another story. On my drill days, it's very early. So it was very surprising for someone like me to join the military. But why did I join? Well, looking into the National Guard, that's kind of what I'm saying. I never knew that the military could be like a part-time kind of thing. And the way the National Guard works, at least the Air National Guard, specifically the South Carolina Air National Guard, what I'm in, the way it works is you go 1 weekend a month. There's some times where you skip a month and then you do like 4 days in 1 month, and then you have a month off, has to do with holidays and stuff. But it's usually just 1 week in a month that you go, you perform your duties at the base, and then you go home, you live your normal life. So it's really just a part-time kind of thing, like a very part-time kind of thing. And you can get what's called orders from there, where you can go and actually do more work at different times and stuff. But it's very part-time. It's very flexible and part-time kind of thing. And there are a lot of benefits that come with it. Of course, you've probably heard, if you join the military, you know, there's a lot of like healthcare benefits and just a bunch of things that you can get with being part of it. And the National Guard is no exception. There is so much stuff that comes with that. So that was very interesting to me as somebody who's self-employed, fully self-employed. It was always hard for me to figure out where my health insurance was coming from. Usually I could get it from my wife's job, but you know, down the road we've said, is she going to continue to work, like when we have kids and things like that? So it was good to say, here's a way that we can get health insurance where it's something we can know is pretty set in stone in the future. So definitely a ton of benefits with it. So there's a lot of reasons why I joined, but one of the main reasons I would say I joined is because honestly, I just was kind of ready for a change. I was ready to do something new. I had been doing DoorDash and stuff and YouTube for like a long time, doing eBay selling and things like that. Those are all kind of the businesses I run. And I just really wanted to kind of be part of something. I always worked by myself because I've always been self-employed, kind of by myself, wanted to be part of working for something, specifically too working with my hands. So I'm going to be working on a maintenance job on aircrafts, on F-16s, which is going to be really awesome. But I really wanted to be able to work with my hands and just kind of do something, be part of something. And the Air National Guard seemed like a perfect fit, honestly, when I was looking into it, for everything it could offer, all the benefits I could get. It's not great pay. I mean, your pay gets better as time goes on and you get a higher ranking and stuff. But like I said, one of the big draws is the benefits. So there's so much stuff. I mean, you can get healthcare, you can get dental. I just saw the dentist today actually to get my teeth cleaned with my new dental insurance, which is amazing because that's like, I think I pay like $11 a month to have dental, and it includes full coverage for like cavities and all these other kind of things, which I didn't have any. I got great teeth, but at least that's what the dentist told me. I mean, I don't know, I'm not trying to brag. I actually really tore up right now. They kind of hurt. But there's also benefits with like retirement. I think, as far as I understand, you can get a match with investing into, it's not a 401k, they call it a TSP. It's a thrift savings plan for the military. Basically functions a lot like a 401k, and they can do matching and stuff. So there's just a ton of benefits that come along with it for being so part-time. There's not much that you can really work this kind of part-time and be able to have so much benefits with it. So of course, me being somebody who's been like a DoorDash driver, Grubhub driver, eBay, YouTube, all these kind of things that are always so part-time, I've always loved to take part-time work and cram it all together and turn it into a full-time gig with so much flexibility that comes with that. And I saw this as something that actually could work to fit with all the rest of the stuff that's going on with my life. So that was kind of the whole reason why I wanted to join, why I ended up joining, and all the benefits that have come with joining and stuff. So talking about that, let's kind of talk a little bit about how it's actually been, what my experience has been, because it's been 6 months of actually being in the military, actually being in the Air National Guard and going to what we call drills. So first off with that, one of the things I want to say is if you join the military in any branch, anything, I didn't realize this, but you have to go to basic training. You have to go to boot camp, which is about 8.5 weeks. And then you have advanced training that comes after that. So I didn't know that signing up. Of course, some of this, you know, you go to a recruiter and stuff, you talk to people and you kind of find like little details out over like a period where you're like, oh, I don't really like that, but you know, it's okay. And then maybe like the next month you find out a little more, you're like, I wish I would have known about that before. It's kind of the process, but of course in the end it's still, I think, was worth it, and that's why I'm still doing it, and I'm part of the Air National Guard now. Obviously I thought it was worth it because I still joined. But yeah, the basic training has kind of been like a big thing for me because I'm 30 years old, I'm married, I don't have kids, which is a good thing for not having to like leave my kids, but to have to leave for that long is kind of a hard thing. And just being the age that I am, not really wanting to go back to what's going to be kind of like a, you know, school kind of vibe where it's, you know, people yelling at you, telling you what to do. I was never very good with that. I just wasn't. So that's going to be a little tough, but of course, you know, it's just something to get through, to be able to get into this. And then of course, once you do the boot camp, you don't go back to it. Like you do it once, you can be in the military after that. But that is something to keep in mind if you're thinking about joining the National Guard or any other branch of the military or anything. Basic training comes with that regardless of what you join. So yeah, through the whole process, I'd say that's kind of been like the big negative. I don't really want to call it negative completely because I'm like, I think I'm going to get a lot from it. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to lose a lot of weight. I'm going to get in really good shape, I'm sure, during that time. So that's all going to be great. But the rest of the time, the times that I've been drilling and everything, it's been what I've wanted. It's a very good mix of being a part of something. And I'm not doing my job yet because I have to actually go to the training and get trained to be able to do my job. So we're just kind of learning about stuff and kind of in a classroom environment right now. But it's been really great. You feel like you're just really part of something. That's hard to explain. It's just there's a lot of camaraderie I can already tell just by the time that I've been there. So it's been a really cool experience just in this part of it getting started. So yeah, there will be a lot more to come on me being in the Air National Guard, probably talking more about some stuff. I'm sure I'll do some videos kind of specifically talking about benefits being in the Air National Guard or other parts of the military, because there's so much that you can do to make money, save money, and just take advantage of these things that you can get in the military. Discounts. Once you you get your military ID, there's a lot of discounts. That's already been really fun. 10% off at Home Depot. I've been using that already. That's amazing. But yeah, so how this will all change the channel. Well, for one thing, I'm going to have to go to basic training. I haven't gone yet. I'm going to try to make that as seamless as possible for the channel. I know the channel's kind of been sporadic lately because there's just been a lot going on. There's a lot of other stuff going on too in our lives. So, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit seamless so you guys don't even notice I'm gone. Try to front load things and then have them coming out. But what am I front loading? Well, that's kind of a big thing too with the channel. My wife and I now, my wife got a remote job. So she is not tied to the city we're in. She can travel and she can work remotely. So we have been traveling so much lately, and it's been something I've wanted for the channel for a long time, is to be able to do travel content, cheap travel content, to show you guys how to get the most value and experience out of things. That's what I've actually wanted with this channel since the very beginning. When I first came up with the idea for this channel, my original idea was to have a little stick figure guy that I animated his mouth because I didn't want to be on camera, and he was going to talk about different ways that you could travel for cheap. So it's always kind of been in the pipeline, and we've done a few videos traveling. Like we went to Athens. That one was a while back, and just kind of vlogged what it was like and what we spent and stuff. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing a lot of on this channel, and we're super pumped for it. We already have a ton recorded because we took a big trip, and I got to work through editing those. So there is a lot coming. I know it's been a little clunky on the channel, but I promise you guys there is a lot coming. A lot of cool content. I'm pretty excited for where the channel's kind of turning and just this phase of my life. I mean, just to be real and honest with you guys, last year was kind of a tough year at the beginning of the year for me. Just kind of feeling like I didn't know what I was doing. Channel was a little bit all over the place and stuff, and now I'm just kind of feeling a lot better, you know. Joining the Air National Guard and finding some footing and stuff is just, it's a really good thing. So I'm not trying to pitch that to you, but if you are somebody who's obviously watching my channel because you like the flexibility and stuff of, you know, gig work and the things that I've shown on my channel, it could be something to look into, because it really can just help you feel like you're a part of something and give you a lot of benefits and a lot of access to things. That's just, it's really cool. Not to mention another thing with traveling, you can take like a lot of free domestic flights and stuff, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. So sorry you guys have kind of been in the dark for a little bit on all this, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot coming up. I'm pretty excited for all of it. And not to mention the van, we still have the van. So if you saw us fixing the van up and actually making that into a camper van, we're still in the process of that. We're not done. Those videos are not over. We just kind of had to put it on hold because we had a lot going on, stuff with the house and stuff. So and then stuff with this. So we will be finishing that, and we're going to travel a lot with that. So that will be in a lot of our videos too. There's actually the miniature model of it right there. But yeah, that's what's been going on with the channel. So thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you guys like this video, make sure you do the cheapest thing you can today. Tap that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video, which probably will be a travel video from our travel trip that we took out west. I'll see you guys in that video. And remember, stay cheap.
Hey, you better be saving that money. Don't you be spending it now. You're still here watching this? You might as well just subscribe. Why would you not at this point?